machine, and this is slavery. And today we're going to show you how to weave a Jacquard hat. And the picture is about the pattern that we have finished yesterday, about 3 cats. So today we are going to show you how to weave a Jacquard hat about 3 cats. Look at this pattern that we have made yesterday. And this one, this is the 3 cats. Look at this pattern, it's very cute, right? And so today we are going to show you how to make this pattern to become a Jacquard hat. I think you guys are very love cat hats, right? So if we're going to weave this cat Jacquard hat for you, how will it be? Is it very cute or very cool or very special? Let's stay here and let's stay here and talk with each other about knitting machine, okay? And I'm very happy to see you again in my live stream. And look at this slavery. Today we need two machine, and this is a man machine, and this is auxiliary machine. This is 2 machine head. So today, if you want to, and this is to make a hat like this, maybe you should install 2 important machine for yourself so that you can make the hat. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. And our knitting machine is very stable, and the material of the needle bed is leather. The function of this material is that here to help you operate this machine head smoothly and convenient. Okay, this is a twist about adjusting our machine head. So if you make something wrong during your weaving process, don't worry. You just twist these 2 buttons. Look at this. You just twist these 2 buttons and put off your yarn, and then you can close the machine head. Then restart your weaving. And our knitting machine is very easy to operate. And even you making some mistakes during operating this knitting machine, that's not very serious problem, because it's easy to make your mistake. Look at this one. This is the auxiliary machine head. And before we start weaving, we're going to show you how to install our auxiliary machine. This is the important part of our knitting machine. It's like the needle when you do hand making. And the sliver material is our needle bed. There are a lot of needles in the needle bed. So when you start your weaving, you just cut out the number of the stitches you want to weave. Like today's hats, we need about like today's hats we are going to make, we need about 146 46, right? So the size is very suitable for an adult. Hi, welcome to my live stream, my friend. This is a live stream about knitting machine, and the brand of our knitting machine is Sliver Reader. And this is a row counter in front of our needle bed, and this is the main machine head with the auxiliary machine head, and this is auxiliary machine head, and this is the main machine head. And today we are going to show you how to weave a Jacquard hat. And the pattern today we will use is the three cute cat. And we will make this pattern that we have weaved yesterday become a Jacquard hat. It's very cool, right? And today we will use 3 different colors of yarns. So let's see how to weave this cat and how to operate this knitting machine. If you have any question about our knitting machine during we operating, you can ask your question in my live stream and I will answer your question, okay? Okay, now we have finished our starting row. Look at this one. And we have started the edge of our hats. And we also cut out the needles, the numbers of stitches we need. It's about 146. The size is very suitable for an adult. So if you want to weave a Jacquard hat for your children, and you can ask me the size of Jacquard hat for children, and you can tell me that how old is your children, and we will give the number, the size that suitable for your children. Okay. Hi. And today we are going to make a Jacquard hat like this. And the pattern is about animal. And today's pattern is about a 3 cute cat. And we are going to use this lovely pattern to make a Jacquard hat like this. So let's stay in my live stream and take a look how to weave the Jacquard hat like this, okay? And you can also witness that how long will we take to make such a lovely hat. Because knitting machine is a very convenient machine. It can save your time and make your energy focus on your creativity. Hello. Hi. Where are you from, my friend? Can you speak English? If you can speak English to me, I will feel very happy because I just can speak English only. Hi. Welcome to my live stream, my friend. This is live stream about Sliver Reader knitting machine. And this model of knitting machine is our popular star SK280. What we are doing now is start the first row of our fabrics. Guess what we are going to make today in my live stream? Today we are going to make a Jacquard hat like this. Can you see this Jacquard hat? And today we will teach you, or we will show you how to weave a Jacquard hat like this by using our knitting machine. So you can tell me how long will you make a hat by hand, by needles? And I think it will take you about a few days to make a hat by using needles, right? But in my live stream, I will tell you that we just need about an hour to weave a Jacquard hat like this. It sounds very cool, right? And the pattern today we will use is the 3 lovely cats. And we plan to make this pattern to make a hat for you. And the size we weave today is suitable for an adult. So we start the number of stitch about 146. If you guys also have a knitting machine like this, or if you guys want to make a Jacquard hat for your children with needles, you can ask me the size that your children have, and I will suggest you how many numbers of stitches that you should start, okay? So compared with handmade, knitting machine is very convenient and very fast. It is also very easy to operate. When you weave a Jacquard hat by your hand, I think it's very time wasting to change the color. If the color are 3, maybe that changing colors will take you a very long time, right? But on the knitting machine, that changing colors will become a very interesting and easy thing for you. You can change any colors or any materials of yarns to weave the projects you like. It's just like artist painting on the paper, but you just change colors on the needle bed, right? Hi. Okay, don't worry. There is always something you should to text before you finish a knitted project. Sometimes you will not know how the materials, whether the materials of yarns are suitable for the needles, and whether the destiny of the yarn is suitable for the number that you have adjusted. So you must try to test the yarn or test the machine head, so that you can take a clear number that how to adjust the dial of the machine head, and what thickness of the number that the yarn you plan to weave need. Okay, so you must take a number of tests maybe several tests, so that you can make your weaving process more smoothly. Okay, now we are going to test the yarn, and now it looks like we can start our weaving. So when you're operating a knitting machine like this, and when you start your weaving working, you must test the machine head and the needle bed and your yarn, if the yarn is smooth enough, and if the number that you adjust for your yarn is suitable or perfect. Okay, my teacher is a little nervous because I tell her that there are a lot of friends who love knitting, who are curious about knitting machine in my live stream, watching her how to operate this machine. So she is a little nervous. But even you are very nervous and make some mistakes, that's not question, and that's not a problem, because even you make a mistake on the knitting machine, you can always restart your working. And you can adjust any number or any information about the machine head, and you can adjust any numbers that you have made. And you will not waste your yarn. You even do not need to cut the yarn that you have make mistakes. You just open the machine head and put off your yarn, and then feed your yarn to the yarn feeder. Look at this one. This is the yarn feeder. You just put your yarn into the yarn feeder and start your weaving. And you do not need to cut the yarn, so that you can restart your weaving process. Thank you very much for your help, for your support, my friend. This is a live stream about Silver Reed SK280. If you are interested in this knitting machine, or if you are considering about bring this knitting machine home, you can contact us. And you can, if you want to learn more details about this knitting machine, you can keep following our account, okay? And I will show you a lot of interesting knitted projects you like, so that you can see the magic of our knitting machine. And today we are going to make a Jacquard hat for you. And the pattern we use today is 3 lovely cats. Look at this one. I also wonder how beautiful this Jacquard hat will be. So I'm looking forward to the whole hat that it made. Hi, welcome to my live stream, my friend. How are you? This is a live stream about our knitting machine, and this model of knitting machine is SK280. If you guys know this model of knitting machine, or if you know this brand of knitting machine, you can stay in my live stream and ask me some question about this machine, okay? If you have any question, if you want to know more interesting things about this knitting machine, you can send a message in my live stream. And what we are doing now is to make a Jacquard hat. And the number of stitches that we start is about 146. The size of Jacquard hat is made for an adult. If you guys also love Jacquard hat, you can contact me and you can ask me in my live stream that the number of your family members or your friends, so that you can weave a Jacquard hat for your friends or for your members as a gift. And I will suggest the number of starting row, the number of stitches that you should start. If you love the patterns that you like, look at this one. If you love the pattern that we made about the three cats, look at this three cats, it's very lovely. If you love the pattern, you can also contact me. Hi, welcome to my live stream. This is a live stream about knitting machine. Hi, welcome to my live stream. And this is a live stream about Sliver Reed SK280. If you are interested in knitting, or if you curious about knitting machine, you can stay in my live stream. And we are going to make a Jacquard hat today. And these patterns, this interesting pattern, are all made by our knitting machine. and they are used to design a lot of kind of knitted projects, such as sweaters, scarves, socks, and so many things that you love. So today we are going to use one of our knitted pattern like this. Look at this. Today we are going to make a Jacquard hat by using the patterns that we have finished few days ago. And this is a pattern about 3 lovely cats. They are good friends. So I think it's very cool and cute to make these patterns, making a hat, right? And if you love the patterns that on my desk, you can contact me. And if you love knitting machine, or if you love knitting, you can also share your knitted projects to me by send email to me. Look at this one. This is my email. And if you love the patterns that on the desk, you can also send email to me and share your projects to me, and I will share the pattern cards as a PDF for you. Okay, so take part in our activity and take part in discussing about knitting machine, or you can sharing your knitted project for me by send the email to me, and we will send several pattern cards that you love. And if you are considering about bringing the knitting machine home, you can also make this information. You can also search us by this information, and there are a lot of information about our knitting machine in this address. Okay, you can take a screenshot and take a look. You can ask me any question about knitting or knitting machine by sending email to this address, okay? And then we can talk with each other as friends who both love knitting or who both curious about knitting machine. And I am learning the knitting machine also as well. So we can talk with each other about the skills of operating knitting machine. And the age of our hats that we are making is a size for an adult. We start the number of stitches. What's wrong? We start the number of stitches of this hat about 146, and it is suitable for most adults. If you want to weave a hat like this for your children, you can tell me that the size of your kids, and I will tell you how to start the number of the stitch, okay? Hello, welcome to my live stream, my friend. This is a live stream about knitting machines. Thank you very much for your gift, my friend. thank you very much for your support, my friend. This is a live stream about slavery knitting machine. And if you're curious about knitting machine, you can stay here in my live stream so that we can talk with each other. And today we are going to make a Jacquard hat like this. And the pattern is about 3 lovely cats. Look at this lovely cat, it's very cute, right? So it is, I think it's very suitable to make this pattern and with a Jacquard hat. And I think the hat will be very special. If you want to know more information about our knitting machine, you can send a message in my live stream and we can talk with each other, okay? I think that you guys who love knitting have already owned a knitting machine at your home, right? If you have already owned a knitting machine at your home, you can also keep following us, because in my account we will update a lot of interesting knitted projects, and we will also update a lot of teaching videos about how to teach you operate the knitting machine to weave more and more interesting knitted projects. Wow, and let me show you. And now we have already finished the edge of our hats. Look at this pattern that we make. Look at this pattern that we made. And let me show you let me show you this pattern. And look at this edge, and this is okay, just a few minutes, at maybe I think about 20 minutes, right, that we have finished this edge of our hat. Look at this stitch, and I think you guys know what kind of stitch it is, right? Look at this one. Okay, let's take a close look. And look at this one. This is the row counter. And when we have finished the edge of our hats, then we should change the patterns, and we are going to make the plain stitches. And this is the edge of hats, so we use different. And look at the thickness of these stitches. It's very tight, and this one is loose. So when you stitch the edge of hats, you should making adjust this style of thickness, and adjust the size of the needles. Look at the one. And I want to introduce you that this is the row counter. Look at this one. This is a row counter. Can you see it? This is a row counter. And this is the card reader in the middle of the needle bed. Look at this card reader, this one. And if you want to make the patterns, look at this one. If you want to make the patterns like this, you should use the pattern cards. Look at this pattern card. Look at this pattern cards. This is pattern card that we make. And use this pattern cards, we finally weave the stitches like this. Yes, the 3 cats. So if you want to make the jacquard that you want, you should learn how to use these pattern cards. And if you finish the pattern cards, then you should send the pattern cards in the middle of the card reader. Look. And look at how to use the pattern cards. Can you learn it? Can you know about this? Hello there, I'm knitting lover. I love. Okay, let me think. Oh, you have a brother knitting machine, right? Yes, there is no big difference between the sliver reed knitting machine and the brother knitting machine. I think, but there is a little difference between these two machines, is that our knitting machine is more small and more convenient to operate. You just have this knitting machine. Look at the size. Compared with brother knitting machine, the size of our knitting machine is very small, and you just need a desk like this in my live stream, so that you can operate this machine to weave the projects you like. And the noise is also very high. Welcome to my live stream. And compared with brother knitting machine, the sounds that you operating the machine is very small, not very huge, and it will not make it will not make noise. Okay, now we start with the leftover head. So, hello knitting studio. You can stay in my live stream and see our silver reed knitting machine, and you can compare it with your brother knitting machine. Okay. If you are interested or if you are curious about silver reed, you can also stay in my live stream and see how to operate this machine. And today we are going to use this knitting machine to make a Jacquard hat. If you want to know more details about our silver reed, how much needle in this machine, how much needles? Oh, okay. Let me. 200, my friend. There are 200 needles in this machine. And the same number that as the machine that you have. You are welcome. Hello, welcome to my live stream. Okay, now we put the yarn in the yarn feeder. And this is the yarn feeder. It can use two different color of yarn at the same time. But if you want more colors of yarn, you can also install the yarn guide, and you can operate about 6 different colors of yarns at the same time, so that you can change the color you like to weave a colorful knitted project. I am facing problem to selling my product. Do you have suggestion? Sell my products. I am facing problem to selling. 妈的，这单词我还不认识呢，操！Oh, is the meaning of you that you are facing a problem that how to start your project or how to sell your product? Can you tell me more clearly? I cannot understand very clearly about your question, my friend. What's the meaning of your problem? Are you feeling the problem? Are you facing the problem to selling your product or how to start your weaving product? You can send a message to me. You can send a message in my live stream and express the meaning of your problem more clearly. Thank you very much. Okay, now we are changing the color of the yarn. Look at this one. And now we are using green yarn to make the patterns that we made. 3 cats. Okay, if the color is not you love, you can put off the yarn on the needle bed and then change the color that you want. Can I contact you personally? Okay, you can contact me by email to me. Do you have email, my friend? Do you have email? If you have email, you can send your problems by contact me through this email address. Okay? No? You don't have email? Oh, maybe you can. Let me think. How can I contact you, my friend? Or do you have a address about Ravelry? Do you have Ravelry number? Okay, I will contact you. How can you attack me, my friend? I want to ask me. Do you have Gmail? If you have Gmail, you can contact me by the address that I suppose I provide you just now. Any of you have the problem that about knitting machine, or you have the problem about the knitted project, you can contact me through this email address. Or if you want to bring the knitting machine home, you can find me through this address. Look at this one. If you have any question about this knitting machine, you can send email to me. And my email address is on this phone. You can take a screenshot and send an email to me, okay? And any questions that about knitting or knitting machine are very welcome. And I will answer any question that you are wondering. Hi, my friend, Knitting Studio. If you have email, you can contact me through this one, okay? Or you can also send a message to this address. This one. And there is a lot of products in this address, and you can take a look about our knitting machine, okay?有没人看？
没人看。哎，我以为有人看，把我急的了。
也没几个人呢。
哦，啊，没人看，不要紧。 紧张的。
有什么好紧张
我
的？
有好多人在看呢。
他人再多也就几十个呀，也就20几个人，紧张毛线？他们比你还不懂，好吧？
哦，那
不是比你还不懂，他们比我还不懂。
哎呦，着急死了！
有什么好着急？
主要是一开头就出了错。
你要相信我，你哪怕出错了，我可以帮你圆回来的，好吧？所以随便你怎么搞，好吧？
气死我了！
Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. This is a live stream about knitting machine. You are welcome.
那就放心了。气死我了！
你随便搞。紧张啥呀？
那会儿我来看电影。我又看不见。你说我很紧张。哎呦，下来了。
我操，他们有人居然不用邮箱的。
不用邮箱。
我不知道。
你问问他用啥？
你一会儿下播之后，把你的那个，把你的 Facebook 给我。
哦，Facebook。
不要现在，不要现在。
听听一下出。
今天怎么才5个人啊？
今天人怎么那么少啊？
应该是卡顿了。
可能就是卡。
一开始人就不多。算了，下次直播间还是拉制片吧。
还有拉制片是吧？
就是拉个人制片，然后去做成那种很简单的像被套啊什么的。
不是，我就是觉得，为什么要在这个直播间里一定要做这个成品？
因为卡哥他要那个呀，他短视频要还有另外一种形式，就是要有内容啊。我想就是直播间你做个那种半成品也好，剩下的那个就是下播了之后你把它直接拉完，然后让花花拍点素材就可以直接发那个短视频了呀。这样就省心。
这样就不行，我跟你说不现实，真的不现实。我觉得可能真不现实。
为什么？为啥？
看一下，是不是操作错了？花花的要求特别多，我们做了他不一定能肯愿意的。然后他们一定要是他来设计，他来弄，我们根本做不了这个东西。 我们怎么做？
不是设计，你怎么能让他来决定呢？设计是你的事情，你来决定啊。
他现在拍的正上头了，你说什么他就听见。
他拍视频上头是拍他那个就是他那个负责那一块上头呀。但是那个产品这个就是这一块就是你决定你要做什么的，那怎么能他来决定？那他来决定，他学一个东西他也不懂。
他现在就是他要决定，反正他决定我就不说话，你去做好了。我这是态度。
这不是浪费时间吗？让一个不懂的人，然后在那边操控你的那个就是产品。那肯定是你懂，你说呀，你说我们做什么，要花多少时间？
那生气的呀，说了就要生气的，一定要以他的为准，他们俩都这样，不要烦，他们俩都这样。
谁们俩？
他和甜甜两个人都是这样的。
好吧。
不啰嗦。呀。
最好是作品还是你来决定，因为你知道那个要花多少时间，这样比较省事儿。
今天我们就这么录了，反正那个。
老师，你今天这个东西能制片能制得完吗？
制片可能可以的，制片可以制得完啊，就是吊针嘛，它只是仅仅只是吊针而已。吊针是因为线的原因，不是别的原因。
线的原因？为什么？这线不好吗？
不是线不好，就是松紧度控制不住。它不像这个直接往上走，它没有那个弹力的。这个是抽紧的，那个线头会抽紧的。
就是这个线没有打成筒呗。
对，就是这个意思。
下次还是得打成筒才行。好了，我不说话了。看着你支，看着你支。老师，你推的时候，这只手能不用到吗？不用到。下次直播，我觉得我们还是得提前策划之后，然后前一天晚上稍微试一下。你觉得呢？
没时间，我骗你，你还有时间吗？我们最多就是做好。
Hello, welcome to my live stream, my friend. This is the live stream about Slivereed, a brand of knitting machine. And what we are doing now is weaving a Jacquard hat. And look at this smooth knitted machine. And this is the machine hat. This is auxiliary man machine, and this is the man machine, and they are two needle bed. because we are going to make a hat, so we need 2 man machine to operate this hat. And if you love hat, or if you are curious about the knitting machine, you can stay in my live stream and we will show you how to make a lovely hat by using knitting machine instead of needles.
他要剪辑视频的，
他手机都找不出来怎么剪辑，
那个怎么看呀？
他用自己的手机啊，
他自己手机怎么看？都怎么知道？
他不是有帖子吗？怎么看？TikTok
没有啊，他是要用那个手机，就用那个微博那个手机给他拍。
微博那个手机，微博那个手机不是在他那儿吗？
那没看。
微博那个手机是用来干嘛的？拍视频。
拍视频的。
那他估计应该会看吧？我感觉他可能会看的吧。
说白了，是不是？对。我就知道了，不要回线。是要回线。
And today we use 3 different color of yarns to make this lovely hat. And the brown, the green, and the blue. And the machine can use about 6 different colors of yarns at the same time. And this is a yarn guide. Look at this one. And this machine is used to exchange the colors of yarn that you want when you weave a knitted project. Today we need 3 colors of yarns: the green, the brown, and the blue. Any question about our knitting machine are very welcome. You can contact me by send email to me, or you can just send email. Or you can send a message to my account, like my TikTok or other channel. And if you're considering about bring a knitting machine like this home to as a gift for your family member who love knitting, you can choose our brand of knitting machine. And you can find me through this information. You can find me through this information. Look at this one. Send email to me, and you can also share the knitted projects to me. And if you love the patterns on the desk, you can also send an email to me and tell me that you love them, and I will send the pattern cards as a PDF for you, okay? For free. Look at this information. This is my email, and this is our website address. You can know more detail about our knitting machine in this address, and you can send a message and talk with me about knitting machine or knitted projects by use this email. 然后因为马上已经10点半了都，对吧？
今天没人是吧？
今天没什么人。
为什么会这个样子？前段时间不是有人吗？
可能是支片太大了吧？可能支片太大了吧？
可能是支片太大了。
下次用小一点的支片，就用这么大的支片，然后看看这种支片小的支片能做成什么。
我觉得用小支片更感兴趣。
或者你用小支片直接做成杯套也行。
不要做东西嘛，你就做支片。
不是，就做那种简单的杯套，你把它一弄完之后，然后就给它一缝起来就行了。
那不好，那咱们线下。
或者你到时候弄完，不是，最好是线上。你要么支片织完了之后你给我，我直接用钩针把它缝起来。
也行。
咋了？
卡线。
它这个到底怎么回事啊？是机器的问题吗？
不是线的问题。
那这个线不行。下次别做线。
不要做线，它老出状况也没办法。这个是很粗的事情。
下次就不要用这个线。Okay, when you meet some accident during your weaving process, don't worry. Just put off the machine head and put off the yarn. Adjust the location of the yarn on the needle beds. And use the adjust tool to change the address of the yarn on the needles, and then you can restart your weaving. It's like that you have some mistakes when you use needles during your handmade, right? If you have some mistakes, you just put the yarn back to the right address, and then you can restart your weaving. So it's very important. That this tool, if you have our knitting machine, you will have a tool knit. This is the adjust tool, and they have three kinds of adjust tool. Look at this one. So if you make some mistakes, you just use this tool to adjust the stitches on the needle bed. Take a look at how to operate and how to adjust our stitches on the needle bed, okay? So if you meet the same problem during your operating with knitting machine, you can also send a message to us, and we will provide you a lot of professional suggestion and how to adjust our stitches, how to install our main machine head, or how to change colors, how to restart our weaving, and so on. Which type of thread you use now? Type of thread. And today we use cotton, okay? Yesterday we used the wool, and today we used the cotton to weave a Jacquard hat. And let me show you this type of the yarn. Today we use this one. This is a cotton yarn. The material of the yarn is cotton. Look at this one. This yarn. Can you see it, my friend? This is the yarn. This is the yarn that we use today. Yes. Yes. You're welcome. Okay, let me show you the in about an hour that we have made. We have already made half of our Jacquard hat. It's still very efficient, right? And it's still very easy to operate. Look at this pattern. Maybe you cannot take a clear look at how cute this pattern is, but we will finish our Jacquard hat after I finish my live stream, and we will show you the whole Jacquard hat that we have made. Maybe 2 days later, and we will show you the lovely hat. And you can also contact me about the knitting machine, or you can also ask me some skills about operating our knitting machine by send emails through this address. Look at this information. You can send email to my address. And if you're considering about bring the knitting machine home, you can also click this address. Thank you, coming live. Thank you. So if you love the pattern like this, if you love the pattern that we have made in our live stream, you can also send a message to me and tell me that you love it. I will send the pattern card as PDF for you for free, okay? So take part in our active and send an email to me. Feel free to ask me any question about okay, do you love this pattern? Okay, I will show you more patterns like look at this one. And we have designed a lot of patterns like and we design a lot of patterns about animals. Look at this type of animal. Do you love it? Okay, let me take further. Look at this one. If you love these patterns, you can also send a message to me and tell me that you love it. And you can also talk about knitting machine to me, and I will send you the animal patterns as a PDF. If you have knowledge about this model of knitting machine SK280, you will know that this machine is very deeply depend on the pattern cards. So what is the pattern cards? Let me introduce the pattern cards for you. Thank you very much. As you can see, this pattern card is very important for our SK280. If you can design the pattern cards, so you will become a very smart designer, and you can design a lot of patterns like this, so that you can finally design a lot of kind of knitted projects. So if you love the pattern cards, you can tell me and send an email to me, and I will give you the pattern card as PDF to you. Thank you very much. You are welcome, my friend. I'm so glad that I can help you. That's a good question, my friend. This is a live stream about knitting machine, and we are good at knitting. If you love knitting, you can keep following us. So welcome to my live stream, my friend. This is a live stream about sliver reed knitting machine, and what we are doing now is weaving a lovely Jacquard hat for you today. And this pattern we used is this one. If you love this lovely pattern, that you can tell me and you can contact me. And this 3 lovely cat is very special that we designed for the people who love knitting or who love designing beautiful patterns. And use this model of knitting machine, you can design any kind of pattern that you like. Yes, we usually make a live stream at about the same time every day, so you can keep following us. That we also update a lot of interesting video about knitting machine, and we will also make a lot of different and interesting knitted projects for you. Even you have no experience about how to knit, we can also teach you step by step, so don't worry. Compared with handmaking, it's very easy to learn how to operating our machine. And you can finally become knitting expert by learning our teaching video. Thank you very much, my friend. And what we are doing now is weaving a Jacquard hat. It's very convenient for our knitting machine to weave a hat like this. It just takes you maybe a half a day to make a lovely hat for your family members or friends. If you have any question about knitting machine, please feel free to send message in my live stream and we can talk with each other about how to use this machine, okay? If you are considering about bring such a lovely knitting machine home, you can find us through this information. Okay, you can take a screenshot and save it. Don't miss us. Okay, please contact us and don't forget to follow us, okay? I'm so glad that I met you in my live stream, my friend. You can keep contact me and talk with me about the knitting machine, because I know that you have a brother knitting machine, right? And there is a little difference between sliver reed and brother knitting machine. But I want to say that our knitting machine is more lighter and easier operating, and it has a little noise that to operate our knitting machine when you're weaving. And you can also ask me about brother knitting machine, and we can exchange our opinions about knitting machine, okay? And if you have a lot of knitted projects that you have designed, you can also send your pictures and share your projects to me, and I will very happy to talk with you about knitting machine. So time have passed so fast, and today's live stream is come to the end. And we will make the live stream at about the same time 2 days later. So don't forget to come into my live 2 days later at about the same time, okay? And I will weave a lot of interesting projects for you. And if you want to see more interesting knitted projects on this knitting machine, you can also send a message to me and tell me what kind of projects that you love. And we will show you how to operate the projects you love in my live stream. I'm so glad that I have a friend like you today, because you love the knitting machine and the knitting, right? So we are friends now, Knitted Studio. I'm so glad that you compare me for a long time. So goodbye. If you want to see more interesting projects, don't forget to come into my live stream, okay? Goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you to accompany and to support me. Goodbye. I'm looking forward to see you again 2 days later.